Every time you go to mainland, do you pay the boat fee? Every time you go to mainland, so you have to pay the boat fee? Fee for the boat. No, you go by boat, right? To mainland. So you pay the fee? You pay the money for that? How much? 50, right? That's all, right?
But you are accurate to that as well.
So 100 for me. I don't have to pay
Can get
How will they know that I already paid? How will they know that I already paid?
so when someone asks you what
So I've arrived in Boracay. What you saw me in the morning, I just hopped on a motorbike and I was going to the hotel with my friend. My friend, actually, she's a local, so she received me here. So it was quite easy for me. I mean, when you enter the Boracay Island, basically you have to pay the fee, entry fee, around 500 pesos, which is for foreigners, right? If you're a foreigner, then you have to pay around, 200 entry fee, then 200 environmental fee, then say 100K around the fee to transfer you from the boat from the mainland to the Boracay Island. So around 500 pesos you have to pay. So that's the entry fee for a foreigner. So yeah, it was quite smooth. Like I didn't have to worry much because my friend was there, so she just helped with everything, and I just paid the fish. And yeah, so I arrived at the hotel. So I had lunch in the afternoon. But Boracay is actually quite expensive. So I had lunch and it cost me a lot, like just for a meal. Maybe I should have, just gone to a restaurant, because I just went to a random restaurant and like it was quite costly. I had a couple of meals with my friend and it cost me more than like 1,700 something pesos, which is quite a lot for one meal. Like if I'm gonna spend money in this way, I'm gonna run out of money in just a few days. So tomorrow I plan to go on island hopping. So I'm basically gonna go on an island, a couple of islands. You can go do some activities, and now also opt for some activities. All the activities right here are quite expensive. You wanna do jet skiing, scuba diving, snorkeling, or say just any other water activity. It's quite expensive. I'll see I can do just a couple of activities, because I've already done all activities before, so I'll just look for a couple of activities which is a bit interesting. So I'll come here, of course, so it's good if we do some activities, and then a couple of days I'll just spend going around islands, do activities, and then later on I'll just enjoy the view. So just go, there are a lot of beaches, so I just go around the beaches, train, or do other things. So that's my plan. So let's see. Another thing is that actually I'm not sure, that my friend told me that people in Boracay they're nicer than people in Cebu. Well, I really doubt that, because people I talk to online, I'm talking about dating apps like Facebook dating and Tinder. I know that Tinder is not a place to find people to meet, but I also found people on Tinder in Cebu. But here's the thing, in Cebu, people were more genuine, like I met a couple of people and they were quite genuine. They were not really looking to take advantage of you. But here, when I talk to a couple of people, and frankly, like I just ask, okay, if you're here, we can meet around, just go out. But the first thing, like I got this I understood the intention that they are really looking to find foreigners as a source of customer. And they said that, okay, we can meet if you want. I can come to you, you can pay me some tip and all. Yeah, I found it a bit like suspicious, and I'm not pretty sure. Probably because it's a more touristy place, so they expect tourists to spend money. So they're not really looking to meet you. They're trying to extract money in some way. Now, of course, a lot of people come here just to enjoy. They might agree to that, like they'll be fine spending a couple of money and just ask them to come and enjoy, have fun. But frankly, like I'm not much into that. If I had to do that, it would be quite easy. I'm here to travel, probably meet some local people, nice people, not necessarily for any sort of benefit or something, but just to talk. Like in Cebu, I met really nice people, nothing else. Just I talked to them really nice. So probably it's just my first day. Maybe that's my experience. But hopefully, like I'm gonna meet. Of course, I can't really judge people based on some application because that's a totally different ball game. But let me see if I go around meet some people. But I feel that this is a place with a lot of tourists, and I mean most of the people they're trying to take advantage of you in a way. This is just a way of them to generate some income for them. I've experienced that firsthand. But let's see. I hope for the best. I'm gonna be really careful what I spend my money on because if I spend my money on some unnecessary activities, or for example, I ate one meal today and I spent more than what I should have spent for the whole day. So I should be careful about that. Anyway, we'll go tomorrow for an activity and then try to record the view and all the activities. So now we're going to island hopping and we're gonna go to some beaches and we're gonna do some activities later. We arrived on the boat. This boat gonna take us to the islands, different islands, and quite nice. At each island, we can stop by and do some activities. And also, there are some private islands where we have to give some entry fee. A couple of islands. So we're gonna go there and see how it's like. Right, here we go. Thing is the water here in this island is quite clean. You can see the water. It's quite pristine, clear, white or blue. It's great. Alright, here we go. So now we arrived at one of the islands which is called Crystal Cove. So this is quite a famous island and we can take pictures here. I don't see a lot of people swimming here, but if you want we can swim. Why there's no one here?
It's ba't wala pang tao kuya?
Aga pa tayo eh.
Because I never.
It's early?
Yeah, it's early. That's why.
Okay.
Because remember some it's guys sleeping like. Maybe later. Not.
Where is that? Oh, we still go inside? Is to go inside, right? It was inside. Inside?
You have ticket?
No, we have to buy here. But we can go. But anything interesting inside?
Interest 300 ma'am.
Anything interesting inside?
Yeah, this. Ito, ano yung sa nasa loob kuya?
Yan lahat po sa loob.
That one inside.
Like cave?
Yeah.
Okay pa tayo kung papasok tayo ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, it's better because there's no people there inside. That's why you can. It's better.
Ah, okay.
Because later maybe there's a lot of people.
Okay. So it's a private island. So if we go inside, there's a cave. We have to pay like 300 pesos per head. So let's.
Sa kabila do kayo.
Okay, wala pa tayong ano. Ay, sorry.
Oh, the entrance.
Can you take it?
Sige. Nabayad na lang? Ha? Nabayad na. Sige, sige. Wait, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
Ang isla po, ma'am, itong mapa, ma'am, lahat.
What, lapu-lapu?
No, this is the map.
Okay.
The one
I
in
remember.
notes. What lapula? What's that?
I was in Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, you know, beach there. Happy Valentine's Day. Keep taking pictures, all right. Yeah.
Not Valentine's Day. It's
Sige,
okay.
doon na lang siya.
Valentine's. It's not Valentine's Day.
It's okay. Just 2 days passed.
Happy Valentine's.
You want to take
Belated.
pictures?
No, it's already late.
But take pictures here, right? That's why we come here.
Yeah. Picture there, but in the Valentine's with heart and green.
Okay. Baywatch. One, two, majestic view, promenade and Baywatch. Quite a big island, so means you can just go up, and there are like some points. So yeah, I mean, not much, but you can say it's fine because there are a lot of things to see. Basically, it's what taking pictures. So if you like taking pictures, there are a lot of points. So sculpture you can take pictures with. Still Cove.
Hey, wanna take a picture? There. You. Take a picture.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
Wanna take a picture there?
So we're going down the cave. Like there's a stairway you can come down, and there's more like the bottom level of the island. The water is quite clean here, you see. this is more like a cave. So inside the island, you go down to the bottom, then you can actually see this sort of cave and all the rocks and rock formations and all. So this is great. Okay, so after snorkeling, we arrived to another beach or island. Water is quite clear. Right. Okay, you see, here we're gonna swim. That's Boracay, February 16th. It's written by like sand art. Somebody has made it. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna just dip in this water. It's not so deep, so I can go inside. So I've arrived at the beach for other activities. So today I'm gonna do ATV buggy, then we go for zip line, a couple of more activities. Later on I'll do parasailing, and then we'll go helmet scuba diving. So it's not the scuba diving, it's the helmet diving. So wearing helmets, so it's quite easier than the normal scuba diving. I've done scuba diving before, but I'm not really into that sort of mood to do scuba diving, but it takes more effort. Like, I've just done first time, so I just want to be relaxed. I'm not taking too much stress, because scuba diving is like, you go inside, you have to take a lot of stress, you have to really focus at that time. So yes, helmet diving is normal, right? You can go normally. So yeah, we're gonna push off from here, this location. There's a boat, it's gonna take us to the place for doing the buggy activity. This ATV buggy is like a that big car, desert sort of car, and you can ride it. So yeah, we're gonna record once we start doing all the activities. Alright, so arrived on the boat, and now we're going to the island where we're gonna do the ATV buggy and zip line. These two actually have to do. Later on, I'll come back and then do parasailing and another activity, which is that's all, parasailing. Yeah, so I have to do helmet diving later, because I'm not bringing any clothes for water, because I'm just wearing normal clothes. So I'm gonna come back before the yacht depart. The yacht, the party yacht will be at 3 p.m., which means I'm gonna go, come back around 2 p.m. with my clothes on, and then do diving, and then straight away to the yacht. Right, you see, water is quite clean. A bit of algae on that. Yeah, the view is quite nice. Okay, so when we arrive, we're gonna record more activities doing ATV buggy. That's my first time actually doing, riding an ATV buggy. I've never ridden that before, but it looks quite interesting to me. Yeah.